Hey, everybody. We are live. We are live. We are live. I'm happy to be here. Got all the, hold on, let me make sure I got all the systems on first. All the systems on. It is Friday. It is the last live of the month. It is February 8th. And yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Got this technology running. Got the two cameras. Hold yourself 2 times. There we go. I'm cutting out Facebook tonight just because we get too many streaming issues. So only two platforms are consistently reliable. Y'all know I go live on what are we on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube tonight. I cut Facebook out, so everybody can only find me on YouTube and TikTok tonight. So I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see who got already coming in. I appreciate it. Uh, User 6676, welcome in. Danielle, how's it going? Danielle, how's it going? How's it going? Miss Crystal, welcome in. Mermaid, I'm assuming it says Mermaid, welcome in as well. Y'all know this intro music is going. By the time that intro starts, we got to get it going. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Uh, let's see, Miss Yolanda, welcome in. Miss Danielle, thank you for the likes already. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Precious just joined. I appreciate you being here. Thank you guys already for tapping that like button. Um, and share it out if you want to. You ain't got to, but if you want to. So if we are waiting for that, YouTube, if you get welcome on the live YouTube. If you guys are watching a replay, TikTok ain't got replays. I guess they do. I just don't know how to use them. Ms. Danielle said sounds going in and out. Anybody else? Is my sound going in and out? It should be way better tonight because it could be the music fighting for dominance, right? I'll turn it down just a tiny bit. But I cut out one streaming platform, so hopefully everything should be good. Because I don't know what's going on lately. It just couldn't be handled. But I was saying YouTube, I appreciate you guys being here as well. If you guys are live, let me know that you are there so I can see you and know who we're talking to. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. Always leave your questions. This is both y'all. Leave your question, leave your comments below. I will definitely circle back and get to them, especially if we're on this live. Danielle, see if you can just back out and like refresh. Because again, I don't know if it'll just me, but a lot of lives on TikTok, I know their little loading TikTok thing where it just has like the blue bubbles. If you just keep doing that, the blue circles. Maybe it's just not going, I don't know. But yeah, refresh and see if it's better. See if it is better. Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing. I need to open up the Notary Buddy community. How much time I got left on intro song? Got like 20 seconds. Okay, let's open up the Notary Buddy community. Just turn his music up just for a moment. Let everybody else get here, which I'm not going to wait that long. I am just going to go ahead and let the people in that's been waiting. Okay, good. I got almost everybody caught up. LaShawn, girl, I got you. LaShawn's with me out in Georgia. I got you. The other person. Let's see, Miss LaShawn. It's been a minute. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook or if you saw me because you joined in the middle of the night. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook, but if you saw me over here on TikTok, hey, say hi. It's been a minute. We need to catch up. All right, so that music is over. The intro is over. Hold on, y'all. Let me just get Miss LaShawn to the Georgia Notary Buddy community. Bam, got her. All right. So welcome in everybody. I thank you guys for being here. Miss Leslie, welcome on. Steph, welcome on. Simply Tees, hello, how's it going? So guys, my name is Daryl Wharf. I am with the Notary Know-How Georgia. I go live Monday through Friday. Well, let's say I have been going live Monday through Friday since December, right? Since December. Every day for you guys, except for days on holidays, just so we can share and create and grow this notary space so people can ask questions, they can share comments. We can go back and forth. We can get a better understanding about this whole thing called this notary business, right? Because a lot of people still don't understand, one, that you can make money as a notary, and two, how to legally do it. So I love coming on here and sharing with you guys on things that I'm experiencing in my business, things that other notary buddies are experiencing, because I do chat with y'all. I can speak. I do chat with you guys. I get phone calls, I get text messages, and so we will go over the situation, and I love doing that. So I'm like, why not share with everybody else, right? This is a safe space for us all to learn. Got to say that. Don't ever feel unsafe in this space, and if you do, let me know. Because whoever made you feel that way, we got to go handle them, right? We got to go take care of them. However, I will say all questions are welcome. The only dumb question is a question that you never ask. So don't ever feel like any of your questions are not warranted, because they are. Because if you have it, I guarantee you other people will have it, and we will work through it together. I don't know the answer, we're gonna find the answer together, like I said. But anyway, guys, I have one more thing, real quick, for those over on TikTok. Hold on, I gotta pull YouTube back up. For those over on TikTok, you guys can see this right here on the screen. YouTube, I do have it pasted in the comments already in the chat. This is the invitation to the Notary Buddy community. You got to go to my profile over here, this little icon. Click on it a second time when it comes up the bottom of the screen, and go to my bio. There's a link in the bio. Go ahead and click on that. Join the Notary Buddy community. It's the first yellow button. Please answer the three questions. There's only three. Answer those three questions. It will let me, one, get you in the community faster. And if you're in Georgia, number two, you will get put in a closed group in the community. This community is open for everybody from coast to coast, from East Coast to West Coast, North to the dirty South. You guys are all welcome, all my notary buddies, and I'm just helping us build another community so you guys can reach out and you can connect with each other, send each other business, all that kind of stuff. Because I do it here on TikTok, but it will be easier if I could, go a place where I feel comfortable and I can see people face to face, right? But anyway, so that's it. That's all the announcements. Let's go ahead and jump into this. There we go. I said I put it in the chat on YouTube and it didn't work. Now it's there. YouTube, the link is in the chat, the invitation link. So let's go ahead and look at what we're talking about. If y'all have questions, I do have. Come on. I got my questions pulled up. I can see them very clearly. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy kicked off. We are going to, wrong set of notes. Hold on. So y'all know for the last week, this last week, we have been talking about money making activities. I will do a recap. The recap is getting longer because we keep adding to it. But we were talking about money making activities and what we can do in our business, especially if things are a little bit slower, right? So first thing we talked about, we did this on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and today we're going to wrap it up with a yearly basis. So we talked about 5 different aspects. So let's do a quick recap. I got notes on both sides. Quick recap on the daily. Hold on, which side's for notaries? This side is for me when I was having a mastermind with another, with a broker friend of mine. This is a notary side. Daily for us notaries, we can connect if you have clients. Y'all know I'm always talking about this. I'll do it quickly. If you have a notary journal and you've been keeping track of your clients, you've been, if your law requires you to have one, you got to have one. But if you have been writing down phone numbers and emails like I do in my journal, that'll be a fantastic source. Reach out to 1 or 2 of them. 2 is a lot, but at least 1 per day. Because if you do at least 1 per day, by the end of the year, you should. 2 is 520. So per day after that. I can do the math quickly. 260. Okay, 260. So 60 people that you reach out to, and this is what you do. You got their text or email. You call them if you want to, but if you just send them a quick text, you can just say, "Hey, I appreciate you for let's say it was 2024, right? That you had since the top of the year. Hey, Mrs. Smith, I really appreciate you supporting my local small business as a notary. It means the world to me for you helping me grow. For you helping me grow my business. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, if in your day-to-day life you hear anybody that needs a mobile notary, would you mind letting them know about me? Would you mind, referring them over to me? Whatever it is, I'll take care of them for you. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing 2025 and looking forward to serving you again. Quick, something like that. That sounds like a lot, but it's real quick. You can do a text, you can do an email. Just do that every single day. Just until you meet people, right? And if you're brand new and you don't have a database to go back on, because I have like 6 of these filled up, 6 or 7 of them, 6 working on 8th one, whatever it is, 7 working on 8th one, whatever it is. I got a lot of these, right? And that's again because over the years, this is not something that just happened yesterday. This happened over the last 3.5 years, right? It's happened not 3 years and 2 months or something, whatever it is. But if you're brand new and you're still trying to learn, you're still trying to grow your business, and you don't have clients yet, I do recommend joining. If you run your business 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I recommend joining 5 different Facebook groups that are notary centric. You don't even have to be notary centric. Go join one that's for realtors. Go join one for attorneys, whatever it is. But if you're joining the notary Facebook groups on Monday, this is going to be group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Go ahead and join them. Hey, Miss Candace, how's it going? Join those groups on Monday. Post that, hey, I'm available to be a witness. I do serve this area. I'm available between these times and this time. On Tuesday, take that same post and put it in another Facebook group. Let's see who we got. No, Tyrone. I see. I got you in request to join the Notary Buddy community. I will make sure I let you in. And then same thing on let's say Thursday, Friday. All of it. Just do that same exact post across those five Facebook groups, and that is still a money making activity. That's still a money making activity. You're very welcome, sir. I do see your questions coming in, Ms. Karen. I see yours as well. I will get to it in a moment. Next, we have on our money making activities. What's that one thing you can do weekly? Right. So this is where I gave you three different options based on your personality. Based on your personality, you got three different options. If you're a people person, if you like going out, if you're very sociable, I recommend making an appointment with one for sure. This is once a week, up to two people. You don't want to burn yourself out. Use a lie. I ain't gonna lie. If you want to go start, do two. But at least make an appointment in person with one person. It doesn't one person a week. It doesn't have to be an hour, 30 minutes. It can be like as short as 10, 15 minutes, right? Just checking in, make that physical connection because what we're doing is everything on this list, we're trying to grow our sphere of influence. We're trying to grow our referral base, our social circle, because we need people to know what you do. Because there's still a lot of people in my life, my fault, that don't know what I do, right? Friends, family, all those people that don't know what I do. And so it's my job to everybody that I can contact know what I do. You got to be spammy tammy to do it. Sorry, any tammys out there, but you got to be spammy tammy to do it. But these are just ways that it can just happen naturally, right? So again, meet with somebody in person, one to two people a week. You can either, depends on the way you want to go with your business. Past clients. I don't know if all of us are that great, right? But if you work with realtors in the past, meet with them. If you work with attorneys in the past, just stop in and, just do a quick coffee or tea date or whatever you want to call it, like a quick meeting. Just check in on each other because you want to make that physical connection. If you're in an open state, as opposed to being a closed state like here in Georgia, go to your local bank. If you have a good relationship, see if there's a loan officer on site and meet with them. Get on their calendar, right? Again, it can be a 10, 15, 20-minute appointment. Let them know what you do. Let them know how, most importantly, how you can be an asset to them, right? Like I say, it can be coffee, tea, or ice cream because I love myself some ice cream. So I'm happy to meet people over ice cream, right? In the appropriate time. Option number two, if you're not as peoply, but you want to go out there, right? You're not confident enough yet to just go ahead and start meeting with people and setting appointments. Go hand out cards or flyers at places that potentially need your services. Here's a list. They're coming at you quick because we talked about it already. And in the Notary community, I will be putting all of this in there for you. Stop at assisted living facilities, retirement communities, hospitals, other medical facilities, law enforcement locations, firefighters. I told you guys out here in Georgia that firefighter application when somebody joins the force or whatever it's called, it must be notarized. Same thing with the police department, right? With the law enforcement. The same thing over there. You stop at colleges, high schools, daycares, etc. Whatever you can Google and find out, or use ChatGPT to say, hey, what businesses or what type of industries need notaries? Make a list off of that, then go and Google those places and stop over there. That's only once a week. Don't let this overwhelm you. That's only once a week. If you want to be awesome and do 5 in 1 week, or in 1 day, however you want to do it, just do 1 a week. Because by the end of the year, that's 52 places that you've marketed. How many are you doing right now? Like in person, how many are you doing? Because this is what happens. We get excited. We'll go out there. If you want to do the in-person marketing, you'll go and do it's called spray and pray, right? You'll go do a mass amount. Put your cards out, put your flyers out, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 30, maybe 50, and then you stop because you're burnt out. Let's make it sustainable, right? All we have to do is just get incrementally better every single day, every single week. And let me keep moving. So the third option for money making activity, if the personality type where you prefer technology to do a lot more of the heavy lifting, me right here, right? I'm very personable. I enjoy being personable, but all the time, my brain works best if I can go ahead and sit down and just knock out a bunch of work. So this is where technology helps me in my business. I post for scheduling, posts for marketing, such as Google Business Profile and all my socials. That's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, um, and TikTok if I have something made, right? And this is for my business side. This is not my personal side. This is my business accounts, my mobile notary business account. And so I do that, and that's the one thing that you can do weekly. So again, don't do all of them. If you want to, go ahead, go for it. But those are at least 3 different things based on your personality type that you can do weekly to grow your referral base, to grow your sphere of influence. Number next. Number next. Next thing is monthly. I'm trying to get through them quickly, y'all. Monthly, just attend a mastermind event, right? A mastermind is where people of equal value come together and they talk about things in the market. They talk about how to increase their business. They talk about how to get more business, right? And do that, but with different people in other industries. I love my notary buddies. Right? This is an example I always give. If 90% of the people that you're surrounded with or that you're following on social media or whoever you're talking to, if 90% of them say it's slow, business ain't businessing right now, we ain't making no money, guess what's going to happen to you? That's going to seep into your brain, whether it's true or not. Facts are facts, whether it's true or not, and then you're going to start feeling and thinking that way. But if you are in a room with other business owners who are at different points in their businesses from other industries, not just the same one, from other industries, they can help you with that, right? They can say, oh, yeah, it's slow for us during this time, but this is what we do, right? This is what we focus on. This is what we build. This is the back end that we focus on until when it gets busy again, we have a ton of people coming in because this little one thing over here, this little tweak, and it causes the floods waters to flow, right? And you don't get that from staying in the same space. The way that you do it, the way that I do it, is by talking to people outside of the notary industry. No matter what business I'm in, talking to people outside that industry. Today, I was listening to a podcast on this phone, but today I was listening to a podcast that broke down, y'all know him, Ryan Reynolds, marketing strategy for Mint Mobile. The phone that I'm talking to y'all on right now on TikTok, that one, is that one? Yeah, that one's running off Mint Mobile. That's my personal phone. It's cheap. I love the service. I don't have issues. This is phone on Spectrum because I got a real good deal out here where I am, right? Between the two bills, my bill would come out to two phones would come out to be like $70 a month, $75 a month for two phones, for two lines with all the goods, like all the goods, all the things I need. Limited this, limited that, right? But anyway, so that podcast broke down Ryan Reynolds' marketing plan and marketing strategy, and I was just going through it. Even though it wasn't a true mastermind, I was still going through it to understand what he did and how I can use that for my notary business, right? So again, I would have never heard about this if I stayed inside the notary space. Other thing is if you don't attend a mastermind or if you can't find one, if you create one yourself, attend a networking event, right? Completely different aspect because a mastermind, people again, they're masterminding business. Networking events, if there's 50 people in a room, all 50 showed up to sell stuff. Nobody showed up to buy anything, whether that's selling their services or their widgets, right? And so with networking events, I would recommend you guys switch that. Go to buy. You don't have to be monetarily, buy into that person's orbit, right? Buy into connecting with them. That's probably better to say. Buy into connection. Don't just go in there to sell your stuff. So that was the other thing. To find or networking events, search on Facebook, search on Google Events, meetups, and Eventbrite. Okay, next one. It's quarterly. Man, I'm talking a lot. Quarterly. Oh, this one was fun. Quarterly is for fun time, right? This is the one thing you can do quarterly to deeper. What did I term this one? To um, build deeper trust within your referral base. Quarterly, just invite them to a community event. Invite them to a community event. Ty, I see your question. I will circle back to it as soon as we're done with this. So invite them to a quarterly event, right? So meaning here out where I am in Gwinnett County, every state may be different, every town different, whatever it is. Look up for events in your local area. Don't pay for them. Don't pay for them, right? Unless you got money like that. But look up local events, see what it is, just create an invitation. You can just text, you can do something really cool on Canva, just a little text flyer. It ain't gotta be some things, something that you can text. And just go start like if you do it on like social media, for example, on Facebook, this is where I would use my business and personal Facebook. And just I would do a post like this on Facebook. Hey everyone, I'm trying to think off the cuff. I should write this stuff down. I make it look nicer or sound nicer. ChatGPT will help you with that. But it would be, hey everyone, I appreciate you guys supporting my businesses throughout the year, blah blah blah, throughout this last quarter. I just want to do something fun and give back to everybody who trusted me. And there's this event coming up. I want to go ahead and invite you guys. I reserve X amount of tickets. Make sure it's a free event, or if you do pay for it, invite specific clients. I'm telling y'all not to pay money. Don't do that, not yet. Especially if there's free tickets, but it's limited free tickets, go ahead and reserve some. You have your spouse or partner reserve some. Have another notary buddy or another trusted family member reserve tickets as much as you guys can without going overboard, and then just start like if you reserve a total of 25 tickets, right? Then start inviting people, your past clients, people in your orbit, your ideal clientele. Just invite them to do a community event. And if it's inside, this is where the example came from. There's like out here we are. There's movies that are screened inside and outside. I don't like the outside, but if they're screened inside, you can must reserve X amount of tickets. You reserve those tickets. This again was not here brought to you by a broker friend of mine. This is not me. Networking with other people outside our community. She's like, yeah, we reserve 10 tickets each. I reserve some, and I have the rest of my team reserve tickets. And we just invite. We just make a post on Facebook, we send out text messages, we just invite. Ain't no selling, ain't no trying to get people to use my services. We just invite them, they have fun, and at the end they're like, oh my gosh, thank you for thinking of me. Like this was what I needed to do to get out. This works if you're personable. If you ain't personable, then you probably gotta do something else. Let's just be for real. Because I know a lot of us notaries are in and out in 10 minutes. I'm not like that. I book 30 minutes and we use 31 of those minutes, right? Because I love to connect and chat with my clientele. So anyway, yeah, just do that once a quarter, if possible, just to build up a deeper trust. That's not even selling your services. And the last one, then we're finally at the last one. Yearly. Y'all know my process. If I sip water, I have to let people in the Notary Buddy community. But I'm going to keep on moving real quick because I think we just got Ty. Yep, I'll get you in there. I already did that. So notary, the yearly. This is the last one to wrap up. We did Monday through Friday. Yearly. This is the only time that I agree with all the other marketing gurus out there in the notary space because they're telling you to bring gifts to people, potential clients, and things like that. This is the only time I'll slightly align with them. If you've been doing all this and you've gotten business, you've done business, again, if this is your first date or your first week, yearly doesn't apply to you yet. It'll apply to you at the end of the year. And it doesn't have to be at the end of it doesn't have to be in December. It can be whatever you want to start your yearly, right? Like if I want to, I can base my yearly off the day I got commissioned. You just got to follow it and track it. But yearly, at least yearly, get a small gift to show appreciation and send it to clients, right? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I know us as notaries, we drive all over the place. I would narrow it down, to be honest with you, I will look and see which type of client throughout my notary journal, throughout my business, that one, I'm not gonna lie to you, paid me the most, right? Whoever paid me the most, and then we'll go following down. Like, who did I have the most enjoyment meeting? Who would I like more business from? I'll put them second. Who paid me the most? Who would I like more business from? And then who would I enjoy the most, right? Because this is me spending money. This, if you guys remember, this is kind of the only time, apart from buying business cards, that I told you to spend money. This is me spending money. When I say I'm spending money, it ain't nothing crazy. We're going over to Dollar Tree. We're ordering something in bulk from some website that can send you little bulk, whatever. It ain't got to be crazy. Don't be making these $20, $50 baskets. Something real small, something real simple, just to show your appreciation. And if they are local, if it's a client that you work with, they paid you a lot of money, or you just want to get more business from them, they are local, just reach out. Say, hey, XYZ company. Hey, this is Ladero Wharf, the mobile notary this is Ladero Wharf with Gen Mobile Notary. Throughout the year, we've had some really great experiences. You guys chose me for your notary, and I really appreciate this. I just want to drop off a token of my appreciation. Will you guys be in office this week? Oh yeah, we'll be in on Thursday. Perfect. Are you guys? What time do you leave on Thursday? We leave by 3:30. Awesome. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in my schedule so that I'm gonna be calling around or emailing around my clients and just craft. Maybe a whole week it'll take me at the end of the year, just dropping off gifts of appreciation. And I tell you, these are gonna be $5, $10 max. You ain't gotta be crazy. You're just showing them appreciation because that's what they already paid you. They already they wouldn't have paid you or continuously paid you if what you were doing wasn't helping them make more money. Like it helped them move their lives or businesses forward. So it's already been reciprocated. So that's what I think people forget. They're like, oh, this company's paid me so much. I need to get them an expensive gift. No, you don't. Your expensive gift is you being a notary, keeping them in business. You already did the job. You're just showing an extra little thing of appreciation. And out here, because I know my clients and some, I don't know the technical rules and all that kind of stuff, but I know some of my clients, especially if I'm going in these people's homes and they have a wine collection. I mean, let's not say a collection. Let's just say they like to drink wine or they like to drink tea. So I don't get tagged the flag over here. They like to drink something like that. I have a client who I did an estate signing for. Really cool family, really cool couple. They called me back to do a few notary jobs for them. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. She told me the wife had a tea bar, right? And I like tea. As soon as I walked in, I smelled it. I was like, oh, that smells so good. I turned around. She's like, oh, yeah, look at the tea bar. And she showed me all the things. I took a picture of the company that she orders from. Luckily, it's out here in Georgia. For that family, and they're not that much. They're not that much. I will order. I know she liked that. I will order tea, a small little packet of things, even a few samplers. I don't know, right? That's within that 12. I know it's probably going to be a little bit more, $12 to $15 range max. I told you I won't spend more than 10. But for them, I will do it, right? Because I've collected $400 from that family already, right? Um, no, T bar is actually a T bar. It's really like drinking like a tea bar instead of a booze bar, right? But yeah, I would order something from that company and send it to her. Like, hey, do you mind if I drop this off? Just want to show tell them my appreciation, right? They're very, I wouldn't say well off, but they're well to do. And so when they need me, they call me and they're not afraid to pay me what they feel I'm worth, which is nice because they're like, hey, you're not charging us enough, and then they pay me more. So anyway, that's what I would do on a yearly basis. Again, don't make it too crazy, don't make it too complicated, don't make it too expensive. And oh, if I need to say this now because we talked about money. When it comes to money and marketing for my business, I will say this. I'm sorry, I'm just letting Tyrone in the Notre Dame community. For my marketing, I know a lot of people may spend a little bit more than me because they make more. I don't. I got to stay within my budget. My monthly marketing budget for my notary business that includes cards, flyers. If I give out flyers, sending out, I can't grab my mailers right now. Anything that I can send out there, it's $40. Right? Because I charge $45 as my lowest service in my business. And so I can every month put $40 aside for my business and marketing. That's just one notary appointment for me, one basic notary appointment. That's all I spend. This month, February, I spent nothing. So guess what? Next month, well, because I have that, I have it, that budget. Next month for March, if it looks right, I can do 80, right? I can do February's amount and March's amount, or I can stick with 40, right? That's it. Dean, you're dead 45. What's why you're dead? I keep looking over here because I'm accustomed to being on Facebook. We're on TikTok tonight. Um, yeah. So let's make sure I'm showing YouTube some love. But yeah, okay, that's it. That's all. Now let's go back and answer some questions. Let's go get some questions. Y'all, that was the end of our money making activity. If you guys have questions on it, let me know. Well, no, 45 for a basic notary appointment, not estate planning. There's no way in the hell. That's why I said basic appointment. Remember, out here in Georgia, we can do a lot of general notary work because we're not capped, right? We're not capped. So with you've heard me talk about this. From my front door, I tell y'all 10 miles because it's easy math, but the actual math is 7.5 miles for me. So from my front door up to 10 miles, I charge $45, right? Technically 7.5 miles because after 7.5 miles, it starts eating into my profit too much, just a little bit. But I say 10 because it's easy math for you guys. So from my front door up to 10 miles, I charge for a general notary appointment, one document, two documents, whatever they need notarized. That's $45. So yeah. Um, oh, you're saying you spend at least 150 on specialty marketing a month. Oh no, not me. This is the difference. See, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. Dean and I, so we're on the same page. Dean and I have different aspects of our business, right? Dean definitely is marketing for specific clientele, which I do as well. I think the only thing, would I make more money if I increase my marketing budget? Absolutely. I just have a few other things. And I also have to remember who my client, like when I say clientele on this platform is, right? If I tell people I'm spending $250 on marketing, they're never going to relate to me. They're never, because like most notaries don't make 250, the new ones, right? Don't make 250 a month. So I make it easy. That's why I say if you charge 25, that's your marketing budget. If you charge $25, that's your monthly marketing budget. If your lowest notary service in your business is $25 and you can get those 3, 4, 5 a week. That's your marketing budget for the month, right? Make them more a little relatable. But if I did spend 150, because I told y'all there was a point in time, my marketing budget was $900 a month for my business. I did that in the beginning. I ramped up really quickly, could not sustain it. It was too much. I wouldn't say too much work. It was just, it was, I ain't gonna lie. It was too much work. I was on $900 a month for my marketing budget. It was $900 a month. I was getting a lot of general notary work, which was still paying for itself, right? At that point in time, my lowest was 25 because I was driving people to my office. So I was doing in office, in remote, or not remote, and mobile, right? In office and mobile, in office and mobile. The problem, the bottleneck was I needed somebody I could trust to stay in office with me. Exactly. 900 a ton. People can't relate to that. And so I just had to stop because I would be out trying to do mobile appointments, 3, 4, 5 of those back to back. And in the meantime, people are coming to the office and getting turned away. That's me wasting marketing dollars. So now, since I'm only mobile, that bad boy, that marketing budget is $40 a month. I buy business cards maybe every other quarter. And so that takes $15 out of that $40 immediately for every month that is. And the rest I have to market. I do a lot of mailing stuff. I can't grab it to show you guys. Oh, maybe I can reach. Okay, good. I thought I had to get up. Y'all, it's hot. Let's be for real. If y'all don't know me, y'all know me now. I ain't got no pants on. It's hot. So I can't stand up. I can't stand up tonight. But yeah, this is part of my marketing, right? I send out stuff to prior clients. This is my thank you. For new clients, potential clients, I do put this kind of stuff in mails, right? This is my version of a flyer. I don't do the full page flyers. I do things like this. It's printed on like I don't know what this is, 4x7, whatever it is, right? Photo paper from Walgreens. That's my marketing. And I mail this out. And so printing these out, printing 20, 30 at a time, I pay 18 cents or up to 39 cents each, right? And then I gotta go buy the stamps, and all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of times they come with envelopes. If they don't come with envelopes, I have to budget buying envelopes. And also, okay, this doesn't have a client address on it. I gotta buy the stamps. That's why it's 40. So I do try to keep it tight and doable. So, all right. I just put these right here. Okay, let's get through some other questions. I know that we had some questions earlier. Ms. Candace, hello. Oh, scrolling on. Brand new, no signage yet. Hey, Karen, I'm not sure if you're still here. Miss Karen, I should have said this earlier when I saw that. Let me know where you are, because if you're brand new, no signage yet, where are you in your journey? Are you already commissioned? Have you already been educated? Let's talk together. And we'll find out like what could be your potential next step. I love to be able to help you. And by the way, if I didn't mention already, join the free Notary by the community. I know I mentioned it, right? Join the free Notary by the community. If you're on TikTok, go up here. Go to this little icon thing. And join YouTube. I already have it in the chat for you guys over there. Click on it. It's linked in my bio. It's going to be the first yellow button. Fill out the 3 questions. I will let you in the Notary group. It's free. Everybody's welcome from coast to coast, right? You're all welcome. And we can talk more and on deeper levels about these kind of questions in there. And then everybody can see, right? Because I know how TikTok works. People hop in, they hop out, they come back, they leave. You know, they have life. And so I don't know if I get to your question in time before you leave. Ty, you're welcome. Okay, here's your question. Can you explain the restrictions for signing agents in Georgia unless you are an attorney via the SB 36? Got it. So Ty, hopefully you're still here. I talk about this a lot. In Georgia, what are we? We are notary publics. We are not signing agents. Y'all know what's coming up. This book. I'm trying to keep y'all out of jail. If you, Miss Karen, you're commissioned in DFW area in Texas. Okay, cool. I got it in here. I'll make sure I get it. Get back to you. So this handbook right here is our Georgia Notary Handbook. In here, it does say that we as Georgia Notary publics cannot. Hold on. If y'all don't have one of these, go ahead and get one. I was trying to look it up real quick. I should have had it tagged. But in here, there is a, it's in the very beginning. There's a thing in a section here that says we are not to call ourselves loan signing agents, notary signing agents, or any variation or whatever of that, because it is legal to do so for us here in Georgia because we are what is called an attorney state, aka a closed state, which means when we're doing real estate, it has to be performed by an attorney. There's a lot of additional explanations in there, but we're not about to go into it. That's the easiest way to remember. We in Georgia are an attorney state, and our real estate has to be done by an attorney. Loan signing agent, notary signing agent specifically is talking about, I think it's a made up word, but the industry has accepted it, so I have to as well. So that's going to be a notary performing these duties, right? Performing the duties of title, performing the duties of, well, not title, pardon me, performing the closing duties that typically a loan officer would do or a title officer would do. Let's clean that up, right? So these loan signing agents will perform that duty for people that don't know. And here in Georgia, since we cannot call ourselves loan signing agents, therefore we cannot perform those duties. However, the great in-between area of what we can do, we can act as a notary public, assisting, Ty, hear me out, assisting with a real estate transaction. As long as they don't particularly like it, but based on our notary laws and guidance, it's still doable. Because if you go down to the county clerk, you're like, nope, you can't do that. They won't even let you finish talking. They're like, nope, nope, nope. So you're telling me that if somebody in Florida purchases a home or sells a home and they're currently in Georgia, me as a notary cannot notarize those documents? The answer is yes, I can. Because guess why? That property is not located in Florida. Not located in Florida. Again, pardon me. That property is not located in Georgia. Not located in Georgia. Florida is not an attorney state. Therefore, I can still carry forward with my notarial duties to assist with that real estate transaction. Because what we're doing, we're having them, they may have the documents, we have the documents, we're going through them, we're saying, hey, you can read, this document says this, there is more to it, right? This document says this, does this look familiar? Go ahead and sign, and date. I sign, date and notarize, right? There's more to it, but that's the very top level. But if it's here in Georgia, an attorney must be present. Our law, until we get the new book, until they clean it up, our law on presence because of 2020 has not been cleaned up yet. It has not been speaking finalized and said yes and yes or no and no. An attorney presence in the state of Georgia, top level, the attorney must be in the room and present the documents to the buyer. Let them, because there's 2 to 3 documents that the attorney must explain. Essentially, if it's you can take your house without any judicial proceedings. That's what they have to tell people. You are literally waiving your rights to a court case if you stop paying your mortgage. Because we're a non-judicial state, that's why we're an attorney state. If that makes sense. There's a lot behind it. I'm trying not to get too confusing. So that's why we need an attorney to have them to acknowledge that and sign it. Then guess what? The attorney can literally get up, walk away, sit in a different chair, and have us as a notary continue through the rest of the documents. As long as the attorney explains those 3 documents. I'm trying to build a basis for it. So they can do it in person. That's ideal. They can do it over the phone. I prefer if we ever do stuff over the phone, which I do quite a bit. Well, I don't as much anymore because I don't do too much of that real estate work right now. But if we do it over the phone, I prefer it to be face-to-face. They call me on Zoom, call me on FaceTime, call me on Facebook Messenger. I don't care. I'm going to hold my phone, my device up. Make sure I ain't got on my screen, client-wise. Hold my phone up to the client, have you as the attorney look them in the face and explain this stuff. They do what they got to do, and I'll tilt it down so you can see them sign, right? And then we send those documents back to the attorney. Pardon me, but I go ahead and do everything else. The attorney can sit on the phone if they want to. I just put it down. They say, hey, I'm going to put myself on mute. If you have any questions, let me know. Or they may hang up and say, call me back if you have any questions. That is also acceptable. One thing I don't talk about for us in the state of Georgia, because I do my own research and digging, a lot of attorneys here now won't they're not as open to using us as they were because you guys ruined it in 2020 and 2021. You guys as an older notaries that didn't know they were doing, other notaries that didn't know they were doing, and also technically the attorney needs to list us. If we're going to be doing that, they need to list us on their insurance. And a lot of them won't. It's just too much rent. It's just a phone call. They're not going to make it. They're not going to upset their entire practice for a one-time deal, right? They're just going to ignore it and let you do it or they're just gonna be like, you know what? Nope, I'm not about to add you to my insurance. So if you guys are in Georgia and you found that pushback, there's a lot of reasons because of it, and that's one. They do not want to add us to their insurance because again, we're acting as I mean, we're still acting as notary publics, but because we are a closed state, we still whatever that tie is to them, right? So a lot of them don't want to put us on their insurance because we're not educated. But the attorneys I work with, they know that I'm educated, they've seen what I've done, and they have no problems. There's one attorney that's still very hesitant, and it's been a year. And I've been introduced to him, and I did marketing. I was introduced to him. He's seen me do stuff, and he's still hesitant. That's fine. And that's fine. Just because a lot of their clients come to office, and it's very rare. So when he's out at 7 o'clock stuck in traffic because he has to go to a client's house because they're homebound, then I'm like, it's too late. I know. It's too late. Um, they called me earlier, not at 7 o'clock. I close at 5:30. I mean, if you call me before then, and I'll do it short. But anyway, let's see. So hopefully, that answers your question. Now, let me go ahead and look at the comments. I know we probably got some. Arrange those drop offs within your drive home. Oh, yeah, exactly. Dean, sorry, you know how I do. I got to get your talk and then go back and look at comments. So Dean said, if you guys are marketing, just arrange your marketing drop offs on your drive home to not make it, not to don't wear yourself out. Yes, okay. Do you mind sharing the T company name? Jay, if you're still here, I will. Let me look through my phone, and I'll have to find it. This is what I do. I try to keep my phone clean, especially my business phone. When I take pictures, they get if it's something I don't need to keep, like client ID, I upload what I have to and I delete it immediately. Everything else, just because I don't even know what this is. Y'all know how long ago they started making these? My little business phone is cheap. It's an SE. I think it's called phone cost me $120. Um, I'm paying that much for a business phone. Anyway, when I take pictures, I upload it to the cloud and I delete them off that phone because it has very little space. So I have to go search for the cloud. But once I do, I write it down. If you join a Notary Buddy community, I'll make sure I put it in there in the closed Georgia group because we can order from them locally, right? But right now, I don't have time to go search for it. I'm day 45. We already talked about this. And at least, okay, we're talking about this. We're talking about marketing. And Dean does send random $25 gift cards. He starts sending me more than I'm like, Dean, I appreciate it. But don't send me another gift card. Not because I didn't want it, because I already know that that's part of his marketing plan. I'm like, you already sent me one. So make sure you check me off on that list. If you want to send me another one, I'll accept it. Oh man. Um, Commission. Okay, Miss Karen, you're commissioned in DFW area and with Texas. What I would say, because again, what's your level of? Let's see, great track. I will see if there's Texas. I'm trying to see if there are other comments. Okay, so what's your level of training? Is you feel confident in your notary journey so far, or your ability to be a notary? This is for Miss Karen, right? That's in DFW. You feel confident enough to be a notary? If so, let's get your marketing right. I talk about a lot about Google Business Profile. If you join the Notary Buddy community, it's absolutely free. There's a learning tab in there where I go through I give you a lot of resources and I go through a lot of marketing, right? And that marketing is general. It works in most places. I say most because there was somebody that was asking for help and they were like, I looked at their situation and they're in a town of less than 1,000 people. I'm like, we got to do something different, right? The normal stuff is not going to work for you. You're in a town of 11. I keep saying 1,100 because it's going to be estimated 1,100 by 2028 or something. You're in a town of less than 1,000 people. We got to go outside. We got to go to our next biggest city. How long does it take to get to the next biggest city? Not town, city. We need to start marketing that way. You're going to have to build your business differently than the most of us, right? And I do like to take that into consideration. But also, um, just on TikTok, without spending money, follow other notaries that are in Texas. We have Amber Gist or Gist. I didn't learn how to say her last name. She's on here. She's in Texas. There's a lot of other notary buddies in Texas. How many of y'all are in Texas right now? Follow them, see what they're doing. A lot of them do talk about their daily, whenever they post videos, they talk about, hey, this is what a day in my life looks like. This is what I'm doing in my business right now. That can also help and give you ideas. Like I say, in the Notary Buddy community, we can dive a lot deeper in that for you because I need to have a better baseline of where you are. And if you want to keep going back and forth on here, I'm happy to do so because we got like 45 minutes before we wrap it up. Sooner. Dean says loan signing agent does not appear in North Carolina handbook either, but the title of notary signing agent is a standalone title still recognized. Got it. So yeah, I want to make that very clear. We had that conversation in your group before, right, Dean? In the state of Georgia, it appears in here and it literally says you are not allowed to call yourself that, advertises that, none of it. I ain't gonna lie, my card magnet says it, but that was before I knew better. Um, but it's super tiny, right? So if need be, I will take like a white piece of electrical tape and just go boop. I have to just buy a new card magnet because now that I drive the truck, the card magnet looks really little versus when it was on my tiny little card. This is a good explanation. Thank you. You're welcome, Ty. Gasp. I need to send you something pertaining to this. Masquerade bags. What can you look at now while on live? Masquerade bags, if you are still here, I'm gonna tell you, if you're in a notary bag, maybe just send me a message in there. It's gonna pop up on my screen. But yep, I don't know if you are. Can you send me a message on TikTok on the messenger? If it's something pertaining to this, and it's, oh, you know what, TikTok? If you're trying to send me a photo, it's not gonna work. I've never been able to send a photo message on TikTok. Um, I don't think that's a thing. But hold on, I'll give this to everybody real quick. I do have I have a specific phone number for my notary buddies. I need to just write it down and post it on my computer. So you can do this instead, send me a text. And just everybody, take this number down. This is the notary buddy line. This is the line that my notary buddies will call me on, text me on, because I have a line dedicated to you guys, because it still all comes to my business phone. So when I answer it, it says you have a call from from a notary buddy. So that helps me, one, answer the phone accordingly, and two, it helps change my mindset, right? Phone numbers. Here we go. Hold on. It's still loading. I got like 12 of them that I use for business. Still circling. Okay, I got like 8 of them. I said 12. That was a lie. Yeah. Anyway, Notary Buddy phone number. Here it is. 770-670-6138. So, there you go. So Masquerade Bags, that is the number that you can reach me on. Again, that number is going to be 770-670-6138. If somebody can, oh, thank you. Thank you for putting in the chat already. So if you have to send me something, this is the Notary Buddy line. Put that also on YouTube as well. So if you need to send me something to look at while we're on this live that's relevant to this live, send it there. And all you guys can text me on that number. If you ever want to do a phone call, text me first, see if I'm available. And if not, we can schedule in the future. My notary buddies that have already done it, you know that's how I work. They send me a text like, hey, are you available to talk? I'm like, you know what? I got time at 12:30 my time. Is that good for you? Yeah, okay, cool. You know what? I got time right now. What you got? What you got? I'm like, you know what? I'm busy back to back. Let's talk tonight at 6:15 before the live. Perfect. That's how I work. Dean says in North Carolina, I have never had an attorney in the room or on the phone during the signing, but they are or their paralegal are available during phone call signing. Right? That's the thing. It's like technically I don't need them. I mean, technically I do need them, but for me when I'm doing this, I don't need them. I don't need them. Right? However, I just need them technically to explain those 2 to 3 documents, and then get out of my way. That's the only reason I need them because Georgia says like, can you make more than $2? $2. Heather asks, can you make more than two? Heather, sometimes it feels like we're making $2 an hour in this notary business anymore. Can you make more than $2 per signature in Georgia? Absolutely not. So in the state of Georgia, well, technically that's not true. So to do the background, in the state of Georgia, always refer to this book. Always refer to our Georgia notary law. It is on page. We just talked about this. I'm still laughing over here about $2 an hour in this notary business. This feels like sometimes. On page 27, chapter 7, page 27, it lets us know our breakdown of what we can charge people. So if somebody, to answer your question, for us in the state of Georgia, it's $2 per notary stamp. That's it. However, If we want to stay on that baseline real quick, and I'll tell you how we make more money. On that baseline, let's say somebody brings us a document and that document does not have a notarial seal on it. You do, or notarial seal, does not have a notarial block. It does not have the space where it says acknowledged on this day or sworn and sworn before, oh my gosh, signed and sworn before me. If it does not have that, right? If it does not have that on it, we're going to be stamping our normal notary seal, right? Hands in my bag. Let's just pull a random stamp out and pretend. Let's pretend this is my note. That's ugly. I can't do it. We already going to be notarizing it. This is one of my notary stamps. By the way, in Georgia, we have no limit on how many stamps we can carry at one time. Some states do. There are limitations on it. For us here in Georgia, you can carry as many as you want. I got my 2 stamps. I need to buy the mini stamp seal, and also I have my embosser. Other states, you're not allowed to have an embosser. Other states, you can only hold 1 to 2 notary stamps, not a lot. In Georgia, we have no cap. I have in this case one breaks, and this one's a rectangle, this one's a circle, right? Just because of the documents. But anyway, we're already going to stamp this on there. That's $2. If their document is just a blank piece of paper, not blank piece of paper, but it doesn't have the notarial wording at the bottom, we can, by law, if we're going to be providing these, this is my direct or my acknowledgement stamp, I can charge another $2. That's how we can charge more than $2 for our quote unquote stamp. If I'm providing a loosely certificate, that's another $2. So it adds up that way, right? But that, I'm going to be honest, is chump change, and it does not really, that does not move my bottom line when I'm doing this full time or even part time. Those $2 does not add up. We just don't have enough motivation to make it make sense. However, what the state of Georgia says, we can charge, we are not limited on our travel fees or the additional fees we're going to be charging. So for me, I charge a travel/convenience fee until the state of Georgia tells me I cannot. And they, on the travel fee side, it does not say that it needs to be the IRS charge. That's 70 cents or 70 cents per mile. Bare minimum, it should be. Bare minimum, it should be. I know some notary buddies are charging like 10 cents a mile, 50 cents a mile. I'm like, no, you got to, in Georgia. Other states, I know they may tell you different, but in Georgia, there's no minimum. And this is on the next page, by the way. So I'm not just spouting nonsense. So at the bottom of the page, and then on page 28, it goes into it even further in detail. So we can charge a mileage. You can decide to charge 70 cents a mile, $1 a mile, $1.50 a mile in your business, whatever you want, as long as you refer that or relay that to the client before you notarize the documents. Before you notarize the documents, right? So for me, my business, I talked about in the beginning, from my front door up to 10 miles, technically 7.5 miles, from my door up to 10 miles, I charge this rate. I say at 45. I charge what I do because that's what it costs me. That's how much I have to charge in my business to make a little bit of profit, right? And when I talk about profit, I'll go on that tangent in a second. But that means if I go to a client and there's a document can be 7 pages long, there's only one notarial act in there. I do tell my clients between that 1 to 10 miles, the $45 fee that I'm charging covers everything. It covers our notarizations, and it also covers the travel and time, aka the convenience fee. I let them know that. And so if I arrive, and because we have to, this is what I'm going to say on here as well, we have to break those charges out. We can't be like, okay, $45, thank you, pay me, go away. We have to, even in your journal, I always at least give the client something to prove that I did not charge them $45 for one stamp. Because in essence, I did, right? We're like, well, you did. But this is what happens. When I invoice them, I use Square. If they're paying with a card, I do that Square right on this phone real quick. Da, 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 da. I had a pre-program. Every time I put a new client in or I do a new charge, the first line is always notary stamp / notary seal, whatever I want to call it. Notary stamp, seal, certificate. And then I put appropriately. Because it's already programmed that in Georgia, we can only charge 2 for either of those. And so I put the appropriate number in there. If it was 1 stamp, I just put number 1, and it says notary stamp, seal, whatever, certificate 1 times $2 equals $2. And then the next, it will say $43 for travel and convenience. That's how I can prove that I did not charge them $45 for 1 stamp. And so many of us in Georgia and across the country miss that. Because a client can, you can They can say, yep, this notary charged me $45 for this. What proof do you have that you did not? We gotta prove this. Like whatever the state says your max notarial charge is before travel, before convenience, you gotta break it out. So that's how I do it in my business. Again, I use Square. I used to carry around one of those little. Hold on, we just hit our error mark on TikTok. I have to re-verify my identity. I used to carry around one of those little paper notebook or receipt books that from the Dollar Tree. I've only ever used it like 3 times, and so I bought like 5 of them. I was like, well, that was a waste of money because I just do it all technology based, right? I do it all with Square. Because that way I can either email them the receipt, I can text them the receipt, or if this is an appointment that's pre-scheduled, not like, hey, I need you in 10 minutes, but today's, what is it, Friday, and they call me and say, hey, we need you tomorrow or Sunday, or someone did earlier, I will, once we get that appointment confirmed, we have all the fees discussed, I will create that invoice. I will print it out and I will take it with me and or text the email or text or email it to them if I have that information. Obviously, I got their phone number, right? And they can either go ahead and pay it now or they can pay it at the time of service. So they're it's very straightforward. So people can see they're like, oh, it's only $2 for your stamp. I'm like, absolutely. But I had to get up, I had to put on pants, and I had to drive to you. So right now, that's $43 worth. And again, on the other side, I will say this and we'll move on. If I show up and there's 10 notarizations required, 10 stamps on that paper required. I personally don't change my fee, even though my website and my terms of service says the $45 includes up to 5 notarial stamps. I don't change it. If they need 10, if we do like 15, 20, I let them know. They say, hey, as long as it's within that 10, we're good. If we're going well above that, we may need to renegotiate the price before we start. And everybody's fine with that. Everybody's fine with that, right? And so again, if I go there and there's 10 stamps, that's going to be 10 times 2, which is $20. And then the last $25, yeah, let's say 45, right? The last 25 is going to be for travel inconvenience. That's how I run my business. Super easy, super simple. Is a closed state return to Dean asks, is a closed state term related specifically to attorney states? Yes, it is. From my understanding and my research, I know that question I asked a minute ago. Let me go ahead and speak through some of these. GB group is profile is key. Yep. When we're marketing, I need to get on TikTok videos. Yeah, Dean, over here. Come spend more time over here. You know why I'm not on Facebook tonight. Miss Karen said, thank you. Hold on. I just jumped. Thank you for mentioning I am starting in a small town. Thank you again. Absolutely. So that's why I say it always depends on people's situation. The small towns have to do it different. I'm from a small town. I know exactly the same 10 businesses that were there when 35 years ago are the same 10 businesses right now, right? That bad boy is not growing. It's not changing. Is that the number I have? Nope, Dean, you have a different number. I tell people my secrets. Dean, because we're on a different level, you have my direct desk line, right? Because the number I gave you guys, the Notary Buddy system number, that goes through my call system, and then it filters it out appropriately, right? Like the day that I get an assistant, right? Um, that instead of me being the first line of call answering, he or she will, and then if they miss it, then it comes to me. So right now, um, everything's coming to me because I'm gonna run a one-man show because I couldn't afford my assistant any longer. So everything comes to me. So yeah, and then I do have a direct line. So that's the one that you have, Dean. So you bypass please hold. Your call is being recorded for quality assurance. You bypass that. Last question. Where do I get the Georgia Notary Handbook? Oh, shoot, I should have mentioned that. Go to the Clerks Party website, gscca.org. Maybe I say not enough C's, but it's right on there. They just updated the site, and so it's under the notary. Because when you go to it, there's the notary and apostille. Go to the notary side, and then it should be under the. I think they just have a direct link to it now. It says order notary handbook. It's like 10, $12. You can no longer pick it up in person, so they're going to charge you an additional amount for shipping. So not expensive at all, but just be aware, this is the 13th edition. This is the one since 2023. We've made changes twice to the notary law, as in they've made changes twice to the notary law, and I'm waiting on the 14th edition. But again, I called them today, and we still don't have an estimated print time. So we're supposed to have it already. Just send me a text. Oh, perfect. Let's look at this real quick. Is this something I can discuss openly? Masker. Oh, Maryland. Oh, Maryland. Miss Maryland. This is something I can discuss openly, or this is between you and I? Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. Okay. I've been seeing stuff going around like this. Give me a second. Let me read it. Overall. Oh, this is okay. This is something different than I was thinking. Sorry, I'm just trying to read this. Is there another screenshot? Because I only have. Okay, I'll look at this in more detail because I'm missing one, two, and three. I only see sections four and five. Perfect. But yeah, I've been seeing stuff like this going around as well. That's why I say it is the gray area when it comes to doing loan signing in the state of Georgia. And they like, because this is the thing. This is the thing. This is why I say it's a gray area since we talked about it. So this is just somebody saying, hey, about loan signings. The state bar knows that there's notaries out there doing performing loan signings, and they will start investigating. They've been investigating for 10 years now. And they're going to be trying to take action, all this kind of stuff. Understood, 100% understood. Understand that in this handbook, it says in all the statutes. Okay, you probably just sent me sections one, two, and three. Perfect, thank you. Just so I can read it all. They're saying that the notary in the state of Georgia, as per them, because look, this is the difference. Hold on, I got to finish reading this before I keep talking. Okay, got it. So this is just from somebody having a call with the clerk's authority to clarify if Georgia notaries can continue doing loan signings and all this kind of stuff. I again agree. This is something that I still consider a gray area based on the information here. Um, they're saying nope, don't do it. It's illegal. The attorney bar association is still they're investigating us. If you get caught, you can be fined. You can be sued. You know, it continues. This has been an ongoing conversation back and forth. I'm fine with them telling me this. I'm fine. Pretend that I can read, right? I am fine with them telling me this and saying, do not do it. But until this is the thing about law. I personally, y'all don't listen to what I'm gonna do. You can't, like I said here, you can't tell you how to run your notary business, but do what you feel comfortable with. If you don't want to do loan signings or assist in real estate transactions, then don't do it. 100%. However, there's a thing in the law that says shall and may. There's statutes, not statutes. There's statutes, and then there's other like bills and things that are absolutely required. This is the problem I had with that. When I dissect things like this, it's to specifically state in our handbook that if they're stating that it doesn't matter if you're doing a loan signing and the property is outside of Georgia, it's still being considered being a conveyance of property, which is true, but that's the problem. Specifically in the book, it says conveyance of property that is located in Georgia. If they change that language, then I'll stop. You can't tell me to not do something when the specific law says these are the requirements that make this illegal to do in Georgia. Okay, I gotta hit these five. I don't know if it's five. I'm just saying five, right? I have to hit these five things. If the property hits these five benchmarks, I can't do it. But if I'm looking at this and I only have three of these five, why can I not do it? You tell me do not do this if A, B, C, D, and E, right? They put the language in there that says and, not or. I'm just going exactly by because again, this I can go ahead and reread it again when I have more time, but the statutes do not say what they're saying here. This is what they wanted to say. That's my understanding. That's why I go through it. That's why I still do it. That's why I still say it openly on these forums. When they change the law, y'all know I'll be the first one to tell you. 100% in the state of Georgia. So the clerk's authority can tell us, they can say these things, they can say what they want. They can't even understand the definition of the difference between translator and interpreter. Hold on. TikTok blinked for a second. I need to charge my phone. Hold on. Like the clerk's authority can't even get an alignment on the difference between translator and interpreter. That's very clear and easy. Do you think they're going to really give us the right information when it comes to conveyance of property? You're 100% right. A conveyance of property is a conveyance of property. But you say that conveyance cannot be within the state of Georgia, physically located in the state of Georgia. The property is not located in the state of Georgia, so therefore I will continue to do it until they fix that language. Some of y'all may not be as aggressive as I am, and that's okay. That is okay. Because guess what? If I ever have to go to the court or anything like that, I have to defend my position. And my position comes from understanding the statutes and exactly what they say, not someone else's interpretation. They're not the judge. They're not, they don't control my business. So therefore, oh dang, all the comments went away because I have to refresh my screen because my phone was dying. Okay, now I gotta look on my phone for comments. Anyway, so yes, Ms. Marilyn, I do understand and I agree with you that sometimes that can be a scary space and people don't want to do it. For another reason or not, but again, it's your business. You can decide if you want to. Now I got to look at my tiny phone to look at all the questions that we missed, and this is a pain. Let's go through this. Loan signing agent, okay, does not appear. That's a good explanation. Thank you. You're welcome. North Carolina, can you make more than $2 per signature? We talked about that. Google Business is key. Is the number I have. Cool. Can you help us? What happens if the attorney? Being asked, what happens if the attorney isn't available for your signage? Do I cancel? I sure do. I will cancel and reschedule. And also, anyway, the attorneys they can fight it if they want to. We're always going to have an issue with this kind of stuff because here's another, because I know everyone was now is probably downtrodden about it, but look, when it comes to attorneys as well, there's immigration attorneys. And then out here in Georgia and around other states, I know it's not illegal in some states, but there's immigration assistance providers. The attorneys are constantly saying, nope, we don't like them. What they're doing is illegal. They're practicing law. They're not. They're not. Georgia literally gives them rules and saying, hey, you can assist with immigration. You can be an immigration assistance provider. You have to do this. You have to have this bond. You have to do this, this, and this, and you can't do this. They do that. And the attorneys still, the board of attorneys or whatever they're called, still go after them. It's like, this is illegal. You can't do this. And they're like, yeah, we can. I see this as the same case because the law is written in a way that left a gray area. If they fix it, they fix it. They don't. They don't. What happens if the okay, we already talked about that. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Where do you find clients? So none. Oh, I can't highlight on my phone. Where do you find clients? I find my clients online. Google Business Profile. I guess my clients find me. Let's say that. That's the number one way. I updated my Google Business Profile today, and I changed a few things around on it, and I've gotten 5 calls like within like an hour of me making that change and update. So that's where my business comes from. A lot of my business, and then when I decide to target specific industries, specific people, or specific business owners, that's where the rest of it comes from, right? I will target, let's just say, attorneys specifically. And that's the other thing. I will get off that horse because it bugs me so much. I'm working with these real estate attorneys. Of course, they're going to throw me out of the bus first if anything happens. I'm not just an average Joe. I ask questions. I'm like, and I have yet, maybe 1 or 2. I've worked with quite a bit of attorneys since I started this journey. And I can confidently say there's probably 2 that have done the job properly. They don't know how to notarize. I've never seen an attorney issue an oath. Never. And that is one of the biggest laws. Just because you're an attorney, you cannot skip an oath. It literally says in our handbook, if you do not issue an oath, the notarization is null and void, and you can be decommissioned. I'm like, they can break laws. I'm joking. Let me stop. But for real. Even when I sent Gamer to an appointment, my other half a couple weeks ago or last week, whenever it was, And I sent him because I was on live with you guys, and he was like, "This attorney is a mess. Like he's done nothing right." And he was just doing a refi, and he was acting. My other half was acting as a witness on it, and the attorney was just terrible. It was horrible. The guy's like, I don't even know if I want to close this anymore. I don't even want. He's already in the house. He already knows the terms. He's like, this is just done so badly. I don't even know if I want to continue. And so he's like, can you like literally ask my other half? It's like, can you find me another real estate attorney? Because that's how bad that attorney was doing this. And he was an older attorney. He's been doing this forever. He was just doing it so poorly, and he was doing it wrong. But anyway, they can fight for the money. Go ahead. They can. I got digits, so they're pretending he can read. I sure do pretend I can read. Oh, so none 170. Hopefully, answer your question. Where do I find my clients? Marketing, um, and just different tactics of marketing. In the Norbert community, I give you a ton of information on who different. I'm compiling a list of 150 different ways to market. It's probably going to be like 10 on there in the beginning, then 15, then 20. The whole goal is to get it to be a list of 150 different ways to market, right? And so everyone can add their contribution as well. Guess who gets to have a call with Judy Lawrence herself tomorrow? No need to. Nice. Let me know how that call goes, Dean. Let me know how that call goes. Um, I'm assuming you got more detailed questions for her. You're going to ask her a few things, make sure you have a clear understanding. Ms. Mumby asked, let me ask, are you sending Regis virtual address, or can you use that word Google? Ms. Mumby, ask your question again. Um, I'm assuming if you're asking if you can use a Regis address on your Google Business profile, technically they don't like it. But if you have your own suite in there, like if you have an official office, not just because when we were using Regis or Regis, whatever it's called, um, oh, you're saying it is a virtual address. Okay. So no, they don't particularly like it. Can you get through? Sometimes you can, but as soon as they find out, they're gonna suspend you. So it's always a hit and miss, but it's more of a miss than not. It's more of a miss than a hit because they don't like the virtual addresses because hundreds and hundreds of people can use it. And look, I know Google claims that if you don't have an address and if you're a service-based business, that not putting your address on now with all the update does not hurt you. Yo, I took my address off for it's not a whole it was a quarter. I took my address off in December. Y'all don't show up at my house. Y'all don't get. I'm joking. I'm messing with you. I'm joking. I got goats. They will attack. I have attack goats. Um, I took my address off Google in December because I'm always running tests. December until today, my calls have gone down. I wasn't marketing as heavy, so there was a combination of things, right? I wasn't marketing nearly as heavy, but I took my. I'm always testing. Like I said, I took my address off. I fixed my service area. I made it very detailed, very defined, and every week my Google ranking just kept slipping, kept slipping. I looked like 2, 3 days ago. I was on page like 6 or 7. I was like, what the hell? I put my address back on there because I'm constantly adding it, removing it. This is address. Home drive, I rotate, just trying to test it out. And as soon as I put it back up there, 5 calls. People are like, oh yeah, I just looked it up and you're the closest. I was like, I was always the closest. You're right down the street. He's like, you're way closer to me than a notary I used a couple days ago. I'm like, I've always been here. So I'm just saying, Google claims that service-based businesses does not matter because of the new updates. But I just have the proof in my own business that it is hurting us to not have an address. It really seems hurting me. Let's say me, because I don't know about y'all. Right, Dean? You probably came up before I did in North Carolina. Shoot, man. But yeah, so let me. Now I think I'm at a point where the questions are back on my screen. Yeah. Uh, Region is okay, perfect. Oh, all of these questions are now showing in both places. Interesting. Dean, that's a good question. I added info to my site, sure that included SEO, but geez, I am getting tons of calls for apostilles, and I'm wondering how. Hey, look, I don't know, like, do the SEO thing like you said, because I'm going to be honest, that's when I actually focus on it. That's the more calls that I get. Today, out of the 5 calls that I received, one was a power of attorney. Three were yeah, three were two were apostille requests, and one was a power of attorney, two were apostilles, and then the other two were just like random general notary work, and I had to decline two of them because I didn't leave the house at all today. Everybody's trying to figure out and get scheduling done and all this kind of stuff. But two I had to decline because one didn't have an ID, and he's like, I have my ID on my phone. I'm like, that's not gonna work. He's like, I have because he's. I hope one of my notary buddies in the area did not accept it and do it because you did something that was illegal. He's a truck driver, but he only does local routes, right? And so his car is parked downtown Atlanta at his job, and he drove over here to our side, which can be 45, 50, an hour and a half away, depends on traffic. And he forgot to grab his ID, right? Because it's still in his car. He's like, I have pictures of it. I have pictures of all my credentials. Um, like, I'm this certified. I'm like, it don't matter. Like, do you have an ID on you? Do you have a physical passport on you? Do you have military ID or anything? And they're like, nope, I don't have any of that. I'm like, nope. The best I can do is if you want to, is tell me what area you're in Atlanta and when you're going to approximately be back there. And I can connect with notaries in that area to meet you and get it done. He's like, I need it done today, and I'm not going to have time when I get back. The day's going to be over. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. Could we have used uh, credible witnesses? We could have, but the law in Georgia says that it is, what is it? I can't speak specifically, but credible witnesses are to be used when it is like nearly impossible for the person to access their ID. It's not impossible. You just forgot. You're not an elderly person that can't leave the house that cannot go get an ID. That's impossible for them, right? So I was like, unfortunately, I can't do it. So I'm sorry, we're not going to hit your timeline. And I know other notaries that I know somebody's like, hey, I'll just call somebody else. And I know they probably did it. Let's see. Being said, virtual addresses are prohibited and supposedly taken down as soon as detected. Exactly. So Google, like I say, you might slip through, but as soon as they notice it, they gonna suspend you immediately. So what address can I use? I have to go by the office. Miss Mumba, if you don't have a physical, first of all, it's no virtual addresses. That's the rule. And then it has to be, if you use another address, it has to be an address that you can receive mail in. And also, I don't know the exact rules, but it has to be a location that you can receive mail. And if it's a business location, somebody needs to be there like during business hours. And if it's a business suite, you have to have your own suite. I have a UPS mailbox. They set us up for our own. I mean, the mailbox, my mailbox is 227. So they're like, oh, your suite number is our building's address, our building suite, dash your mailbox number. That don't work. I tested, I tried. I call like Sweet Talk Google, and I'm like, yeah, this is what it is. Somebody is there, blah, 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 blah. I literally live down the street 2 minutes. I'm always here, like so. And they suspended my ass. And so, so I had to take it off. And then I put it back. It worked for a week, and they suspended me again. I'm always playing with Google. They're going to kick me off the platform. And I call, I do the whole thing, because this is the thing. They're making people do walkthroughs now. So they're making do video. Verification. So if they see you walking into UPS or Regis, they're going to immediately go ahead and decline. Do you guys in Georgia have subscribed to witness? Oh, see, I talked about it and Dean asked the question. So yeah, we do have our witnesses that we can use if people don't have their ID, but Georgia has a strict regulation on when you can use those witnesses, right? It has to be, this is the rule for us. It has to be, one option is we can use one witness if the notary knows personally knows the witness. Well, first of all, let me back it up. So either way it goes, we can use one witness or two witnesses. The witness has to know the person assigned, and they have to go on file. There's a form that specifically says under blah 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 law, you are stating that the person who's signing cannot get an ID. There's no, they say a specific word, some kind of reason that they can obtain an ID. And again, this is a very strict reason. And that person goes on file saying, yes, I do state that this person, under no circumstances, can easily retrieve or like easily obtain an ID. And there are cases for that. So if we use one witness, again, the witness has to know the signer and the notary has to know the witness. That is very rare in this modern day and age, right? And or the other option is we have to get two witnesses and they both need to know the signer and they both have to go on file stating the exact same thing. I know this person, blah blah blah. I can vouch for them, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that it is damn near impossible for them to get a driver's license or a form of ID. And so before, I'm not gonna like before understanding that fully, I would tell people, hey, yep, let's go ahead and do credible witnesses, blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, this credible witness requires you to sign this form. Some people are not comfortable lying, right? And so I make sure I explain all of that. So do I lose business from it? It's rare that it happens. It's rare. But do I lose business from it? I do. But look, I'm going to do it the right way. As I was just talking about the gray area of loan signing, right? Oh, y'all, we had time. We had time. Let's go ahead and see what other questions we got. YouTube, y'all ain't got nothing over there for me. Other questions. Dean asked, use an address with number and street without the PO box label, right? So for me, like I said, I did try it. So the address, I don't care, I tell y'all, it's 21 something, 2133 Lawrenceville Swanee Road, and I put suite 12-227. Like I said, it was for a week, maybe 2 weeks. They found out, they checked, their system checking, like, oh, that's UPS, suspended. I called and I was like, hey, let's fix this. And they're like, yeah. So then they asked me a question. They're like, yeah, this is a business location. There is somebody there 24/7. They do accept mail for me. Blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay, we need you to show us a video of your specific suite. When I had my business office, I did that, right? And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Because there's a lot of business already registered at that location, like 5 of us. And they're like, okay, you're good. You showed us a video of your actual office, and then we are good. But then they suspended me a second time for trying to use UPS. And then when I moved it to a different location, they're like, we need you to walk in and show us this. And I did that. We were good. And then just for testing purposes, I changed it again. They suspended me again. And so I'm just, I say, I know y'all struggle with it, but I go through the same thing because I'm always testing. And now they let me, at least for me, the addresses that I've already gotten approved, they let me take them on and off without any problems. That's just something I don't know. They're probably tired of hearing me. I know I don't call them nearly enough as I do other people. But yeah, when I have those addresses that have already been approved, I can take them on and off and put them back, and I have no problems. But any address that they suspended me under, I cannot put it back on there because I'm suspended within 24 hours. Hey, Michael, how's it going? You're just hopping on. We are getting ready to wrap up this evening. So hopefully that answers you guys' questions. Let me know if you guys have any other questions real quick. I will do last little check to let people into the Notary Buddy community. I was looking for another song to keep me on task. We'll just play the same one again. Who did we do last night? We did Mariah last night. We're going to go back to this one, the one I started with. This is going to be the closeout music. So I'm going to let y'all know the Notary community. If y'all have last minute questions, go ahead and put them in the chat over on TikTok or YouTube. Let's see who we got. Who we got? By the time this song's over, y'all, we done. I might fast forward just a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we'll do all that together. Any other questions that popped up? Miss Karen asks, how do you get into the Notary Buddy community? Miss Karen, since you're on TikTok, if you go over to the top right, left, I forget it's reverse. Top left hand of the screen here, there's a little icon that says Notary Know How. Click that. A white screen is going to pop up at the bottom of your screen. Click on that logo again. It'll take you over to my bio or my profile page, right? And on that page, there's a little link in my bio. Click on that link. It'll send you to an external site. And then it's the first yellow button on that external site that says Join Notary Buddy Community. So that's how you join the Notary Buddy community, answer the 3 questions. It lets me let you in a lot faster. So we'll make sure you are in. I just let somebody in, and I didn't call you out. Who was it? Whoops! I just hit the button. I try to normally call people out. I'm like, hey, so I got you. Um, let's see who's the last email that came through. It's already gone. Dang it. It's already archived deleted. So now I just have to bypass. I see it and it goes away. Okay, cool. So we got that. Got the last person that requested a few things. Ooh, what time we got? Oh, we got time. So I want to talk about a few things in the Notary Buddy community. Let's scroll all the way down so I can see if anything pop up. Okay, it was you, LO Boogie. I got you then. I got you. So you should be receiving an email saying that you've been accepted into the Notary Buddy community. I'm pretty sure I put you in there. If I hit decline, send it again. I'm sorry. I was talking and moving. But other stuff in the Notary Buddy community, let's do some real quick. I've been telling you guys to use the win section. Use the win section. So let's see what we got for wins. Miss Angela Martinez within the last couple days. I forgot to do this yesterday. Miss Angela Martinez out. Where are you? So Ms. Angela just had a major win. She just got her LLC approved by her Secretary of State. So her business is officially live. She can be found under Pelican Quick Seal Notary Services LLC. Look, congratulations. I'm gonna just do a I'm gonna like it, Miss Angela, but you getting the congratulations video later. Probably tomorrow, right? Tomorrow Saturday. I'm gonna do a lot of videos tomorrow. So congratulations, Miss oh, that's not Angela. It's Angel. Not Angela, so it's Angel. Angel Martinez. Her company can be found on the Pelican Quick Seal Notary Service LLC. So congratulations. I don't know if whenever you watch this, if you see this, people are congratulating you over on TikTok. Another community win. Michael, how's it going? He says estate planning win. I finally booked 2 appointments with an estate planning attorney in my hometown that has said since October they've used me on the next one. It's happening. I love it. I'm rewinding a little bit because I got more stuff to talk about. I love it. I love it. I love it. Michael had a win. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all congratulate him as well. Give some, it's for all of us. Give some hearts. Tap that screen. So congratulations, Michael, on your estate planning and how. I don't know if it already happened. That's Michael out in California, you guys. He just hopped on here. How to go? Are they in the future? Are you still done? Or are you still waiting for them to happen? Let us know how those appointments went. So those are the wins. Let's see. Miss Lakia, I just got your request. You're out here in Georgia with me. Let me go ahead and add you to the Notary Buddy community. Approved. And I'm going to add you to the closed Georgia group. Add Miss Lakia. And perfect. You just got notification that you have been accepted and added into the closed group. Other things I want to shout out or tell you guys about. I know there's a lot of stuff in here. But resources. There's a tab that says resources from others in the Notary Buddy community. I did update translation services. I got to talk about translation for Georgia, y'all. They're making it more difficult for us. And so I will talk about that in another video. But translations for things that need to be apostille for Georgia. We're already difficult, and they made it even more difficult. So we'll talk about that later. But in the Notary Buddy community, under resources from others, I did list 5 apostille services there for you guys. Not apostille, pardon me. 5 translation services. You ain't got to use any of them. The first one, I tell you very clearly, I am affiliated with them. It is affiliated. I do get affiliate payments. If you click on that link, don't cost you or your client anymore. And also, there's 4 other options that you guys can use. Always, you can add to it in the comments. Add more as well, because I don't know all the things, right? Another thing that I want to shout out that could be extremely helpful for you guys, a leader in this notary space, Mark Wills with Loan Signing System. He does have a Staples Discount Advantage program that he's made open and available to everybody, all of us notaries. You don't have to pay for a course. I do have that linked in there as well. So what does that do? It allows us to save 15 to 80% on our notary supplies. I have a few tips that I want to share with you guys as associated with that post. So definitely read through. You do have to sign up. Again, it's free to use, and you save money on your notary supplies. So those are 2 things I want to shout out along with our wins. Congratulations, everybody else. Let's see. We had Michael says his estate planning appointments are either going to be next Wednesday or Thursday. Still nail it down with the signers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I really look forward to you letting us know how that was going. It was still pending. Let's see. LL Boogie said that we were still pending. Rewind just a tiny little bit. Um, hmm, it should be gone. It should gone. It should have gone through now. 'Cause you're Miss Lakia, right? Is that you, Miss Lakia? But anyway, got it. Let me know if that was you, but I did get you in. Hey, fam. Hey, Miss Peaches, the paralegal. But yeah, that's it, you guys. That's all we had. I appreciate you guys tuning in for me with me this whole week again. Dang it, there's more announcements. We did talk about money making activities on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly level. Join the Northbud community. I will put that in there and all the ideas that we've shared over this entire time. The other thing, next month, the month of March, because I do this monthly, the month of March, I do not believe, I know some of y'all are brand new and you're going to miss me. I do not believe I can commit to going live every night in March. February was slower, so I was able to looking at March. I will be, no, that's April. All right, we're good for March. I will March 5 days, Monday through Friday, as long as it's not a holiday. St. Patrick's Day, I will not be here, which is the 17th. I got to get myself like the only major holiday in March. Um, Fiat Alfiers. I think that's how you say it. It's probably wrong if you observe that. But I don't. So I will not be here on the 17th of March, but every other day I'll be here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And as I always say for my notary buddies, you guys, Hello Boogie says, I'm new to the notary space. Where can I get trained? We're wrapping up. So join the notary buddy community and let's have, well, you already joined it. Let's have a conversation over there. Send me a message and I'll definitely, we'll talk, right? We'll talk. The only reason I'm trying to wrap up on time, when it's Friday, I gotta cook dinner and I want to go lay in bed. You know? I want to lay in bed and get into um my unnecessary binge watching of television. So we try to wrap it up. So yeah, I'm not. We'll talk. We'll talk. Man, I will definitely talk to you. Let's get you on the schedule. Let's talk. Communicate. Let's get you out there. Let's get you building. But as I always say, my notary buddies, I will see you guys Monday. I'll be here 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And always, you guys be safe out there. Be safe out there. Always be kind, no matter what. No matter what, be kind. Be kind. And remember, you guys got this. I'll see y'all Monday. Bye. You have a great night too. You got it in YouTube. Hold on, YouTube. Hold on. In stream. That was a lot easier.